there, and welcome to the Locker Room. Coach Giggs here, and today's message, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. Years ago, I came across a great book with a bunch of little anecdotes that was so timing right for me. And the title of the book, as you might guess, is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. I highly recommend that you go get it and enjoy it like I did. In it, the author sets out to convince his readers that life is mostly small stuff and that we need to keep things in their proper perspective. Well, this was very hard for me to grasp at first because the problems in my life were pretty big, and I thought this guy was telling me that most of what I was worrying about was small stuff, and so obviously I had a little bit of struggle with that. But as life would have it, the author was right. Most of what I worried about was small stuff. In fact, I can't even tell you what I was worried about at that time. In fact, if you look back at periods when you were worried, you probably don't remember what you're worried about because life moves on. We get over what we need to get over. We go into the lesson, we move on. One of the mistakes that many of us make is that we end up feeling sorry for ourselves and for others when things happen. We think that life isn't fair or that someday somebody's going to help me out and I'm going to get even. It's not that. When we make this mistake, we tend to spend a lot of time wallowing or complaining about what's wrong with life. It's not fair. We complain not realizing that perhaps it was never intended to be in the first place. And so we end up sweating all this stuff that ends up being very small stuff. So as you focus more on becoming more peaceful with where you are, rather than focusing in on where you would rather be, you'll begin to find peace right now in that present moment. Then, as you move around, try new things, meet new people, and carry with you that sense of inner peace and that life is just small stuff and you're not going to get all caught up in all the small stuff. So go out, get that book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. If you're sweating, that is, and worrying too much, I think it'll do good for you like it did for me. Do this and I promise you, you'll be living your very best life. Thanks for joining me in the locker room, and we'll see you tomorrow. Gang, take care. Bye-bye.
If you've enjoyed and feel the Daily Locker Room has served as an inspiration in your life, why not share it with a friend by sending them the daily message?